So, okay, go ahead.
We'll start.
Didn't we start yesterday?
No.
Well,
Oh, did we?
yeah,
We went through the.
yeah,
Oh, we did
yeah.
go through the watch. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. I forgot we did go through the. Okay.
Yeah, you usually
right.
just go.
We're
Let's get
just
to the
about to
mailbag.
start the letters, right?
Okay, here we go. All right, you ready?
Am I right, Joe, or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely
Okay,
right. I
right.
forgot about that.
All right.
All right, so let's start the mailbag. The first one is from Cal S. Subject is MJF leaving. Hope you're all well. Just wondered your thoughts on the MJF versus Omega match. Wonder why they would blow a match of this size on a random collision. But it could be they want to give the fans a match if MJ is leaving. 2004 is just around the corner. Is MJF having all the dream matches now, dropping the titles and then shooting to WWE? Not much reason for a match like that to be shoehorned in so quick. P.S. Watch some old NWO Wolfpack. Always good seeing the Disco and Konnan, of course. Have a great day, guys. This is Callum. Yeah, this was a match that should have been built up with like 4 weeks of build. And they just announced it on a Wednesday, did interviews on Friday, and had it on Saturday. You know, I mean, it didn't draw.
No.
So, it's a colossal waste of a match that could have probably drawn a number on Dynamite.
The show itself did 319, which was down.
Wow.
And I'm sorry, I'll get the quarter hours because the quarter hours were interesting too. But go ahead, Konnan. Sorry.
Well, this guy makes a good point. Maybe he's doing that because he's leaving. But here's the thing, bro. He's also done kind of like some JoJo matches, like that match that handicap match he had against two guys. Who knows these guys? You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, there was no build up to this. This was a big dream match, and maybe they put it on Collision because they're not getting good ratings and they're trying to get paid. And if they don't show on Collision, they can get good ratings. They're not going to get paid. That's what I'm thinking.
Let me bring up another point too, because Dave keeps what hurts their number.
Hey, you kind of cut out there. It was weird. You were silent and going in
because
and out.
every time I go into Pro Wrestling Net, the Pro Wrestling
It plays
Net
something.
page,
Yeah.
it plays the podcast, right? So
Okay.
I get it. So
All
yeah, so okay.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say is, they kind of like Dave tries to tell the story that all these things that hurt the number, like baseball and stuff like that. And bro, let me the problem with that is Dave's never like watched any of the counter programming. He always watches the wrestling, and he sees the numbers, and he goes, "Oh, this must have hurt." So how do you know it hurt the show? Why don't you talk to people that actually didn't watch the wrestling and watch baseball and see how much numbers that is? It's not it.
Well,
let me tell you. I want to make a point. Let me finish this point.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is why the show did a bad number. Okay, match number 1, Jay White versus AR. Now this is a 2-hour show with a big main event. Okay, Jay White versus
Is this
AR
Collision
Fox.
or is this Dynamite?
This is Collision. Okay,
Right.
Jay White versus AR Fox is the first match. Austin Gunn and Colton Gunn versus two of the twink boys that are with Dalton Castle, Brandon Tate and Brent Tate. Okay, that's the second match. Hikaru Shida versus Abaddon in a Fright Night fight for the AEW Women's Championship. Okay. Samoa Joe versus Rhett Titus for the Ring of Honor TV Championship. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Rhett Titus.
Dax Harwood versus Ricky Starks.
Right.
All right. And and Claudio Castagnoli versus Tracy Williams. Okay.
Ooh.
And then the main event.
Is that the old school guy, Tracy Williams? No.
No, I don't know who that is.
Right.
I guess he's just a jobber because he beat him in 42 seconds. Like that was the show.
I saw the show.
Would you, like I'm saying, did you think that was a good show? Like to wait
No,
around?
no. But here's a couple things I can say. So I'm sure that there's a little bit of validity to what Dave said, because I'm sure that when there's no sports on or no playoffs or nothing like that, the ratings are probably higher, just like WWE's are. But if you have a hot product and you have a good product, people are going to watch it. Right. Because WWE is still pulling in good ratings. And like yesterday, I was watching this thing that Joe sent me that I hadn't seen it in a long time, but it was when Sting and Roddy Piper and Medusa and Bobby Heenan were on Politically Incorrect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this show was on ABC, and I forgot how popular we were because Bill Maher actually said, "You get bigger ratings than I do." He goes, and you're getting bigger ratings than NFL football.
Yep, that was probably 99.
Nobody's doing that today. Yeah.
Right. No.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah,
So
Actually,
it just shows if you have a hot product, people will watch, unless it's a great close game or something that, they're going to watch the wrestling.
here's the funny thing.
But there's
They
nothing
also-
interesting enough to take them away from football.
Right. You're not going to watch Claudio Castagnoli versus Tracy Williams instead of the World Series or anything else. I mean, but bro, everything I read was giving you a chance to change the channel every single match that they came on TV. Right. But I do want to say this. It's funny because Dave was saying that it seems like NXT is kind of immune to the competition.
Right.
And NXT's been, but what's been the thing about NXT lately? The buzz has been they've been doing better shows, right?
Right. Yeah, they have. I'm watching them. I'm interested.
So like I think the thing is,
and they have and they have a more loose style. It isn't as regimented and corporate as SmackDown, and they have a very loose style.
Right. Yeah. Plus, but I think what the thing is that it shows you that if your product is good, like for the people are going to watch that instead of the other stuff. So this I think it's kind of obvious.
Well, let me say this real quick because I made a mistake on the ratings. AEW Collision actually got 472,000, but it was down from 518. And I wanted to say that I saw some cracks made about Omega MJF and how it didn't help, but it actually brought in about 100,000 viewers over the average of the rest of the show. So that was,
of course,
it brought in some eyes. Yeah.
But look how those other matches were.
Yeah.
And people knew this was going to be last, so they probably did. This is a perfect example. Bro, every week their numbers like they're it's a downward slope on their show. It starts off with like the best stuff, and like the main event usually is like the third best match on the show, right? But this show like built up to like the only good match in the show was the main event. So of course everybody tuned in for that one and just tuned out when all this other was on. And that's not, bro. If the competition hurt the show, the main event would have been hurt. But the main event drew on this. So it shows you the quality of the show is what led to a poor number for this. The first hour and a half of the show was terrible. I wouldn't watch that. So.
Yo, what up? This is Konnan, and I host Keeping It 100, my co-host, Disco Inferno, unfortunately.
Well, I'd say you're my co-host.
Listen, every Thursday here on Spreaker, we talk pro wrestling, sports, movies, music, TV, pop culture, and some politics. It's everything the rest of the pro wrestling podcasts are not.
Tune in to hear myself, the superior one, educate and inform.
Tune in to hear me bury Disco.
That's very disrespectful.
Join us every Thursday on Spreaker and keep it 100. Boom!